Okay, so welcome back to more Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, not World of Light actually. So this has been recorded after I played Banjo's Classic Mode, but it's going to go up before, so this might be a little confusing for me, but hopefully it all makes sense for you. I'm going to be doing the Heroes Spirit Board now, even though yes, this one is unlocked, and that art is amazing by the way. I don't know if that's an existing piece of artwork or if that's newly made for this game, but either way it's pretty cool. But we'll first go to this one. Oh, and I know this song's kind of iconic to one of the games in the series, but I'm not sure which. So we have Slime, Draki, Golem, Liquid Metal Slime. This battle's like probably going to be really annoying, but maybe I could try and get like a Metal Slash something on it. A Great Saber Cub, and someone from Dragon Quest XI that I don't know, and the party from Dragon Quest XI. Anyway, I guess we should start with this one. Okay, I'm guessing this is like the battle theme from the earliest Dragon Quest represented in this game, and that would be Dragon Quest III. Anyway, for this, I'm going to go with the hero, and I'm going to be choosing the hero's Edric outfit, because I didn't use that in the original one. Because it's kind of fitting that we go for the original hero here, but I might give some of the others some spotlight. It's an insult to you that you're only a 1-star spirit. I'm guessing these are all stamina battles too. So anyway, Slime. I guess I can give my thoughts on, well, Slimes. Slimes, I feel, are probably one of the most iconic mascot mooks of all time. Like, other than maybe... does Pikachu even count in Pokemon? Because Pikachu is technically a party member, not a mook. And then there's, like, Jack Frost from Shin Megami Tensei. It's been a little while since I played as the hero. Okay, what do we got? And look, it's a King Slime! I think in some of the Dragon Quest games, King Slime split into smaller slimes when defeated. Nope. Completely failed Fireball spell there. That was a cool kill, though. Oh, okay. I'm guessing you'll turn into either King Slime or Metal King Slime. Is that our first DLC enhanceable spirit? Because I don't think any of the earlier DLC spirits were enhanceable, so that's cool. Okay, next up is Draki, who I believe... Oh, that's kind of a cool representation. And I guess the other Meta Knights represent the different palette swaps of Drakis in the series. Reduced defense, enemy has increased jump power. Timed stamina battle. Oh, is this the Dragon Quest VIII? Oh, obviously this is the Dragon Quest VIII battle thing, because it's the only Dragon Quest I've actually played, so it's the only one that battle theme I actually recognize. Drakis are also pretty... Oh yeah, and they have, like, increasing HP, because they're obviously different variants. Because I don't think Dragon Quest was the first RPG to pioneer the concept of change the palette equals stronger version, but... I mean, Zelda did that too, like a lot of games did that. I've completely forgotten if... Actually, wait a minute. No, this is the Dragon Quest XI battle theme. What am I talking about? I am totally sucking because I cannot play the hero at all. People have already called for their banning. Apparently, the first tournament scene to ban them was an Australian one, which was interesting because they probably only did it for publicity. Okay, that's one Draki down. I don't think Drakis usually kill you this badly in Dragon Quest games, but then again, the original Dragon Quest was kind of brutal from what I've seen, so maybe they do. Uh-oh. Oh, wow, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 victory, that was close. Lightweight makes sense. No enhanceable. I don't think I've ever really seen a stronger version of a Draki in a Dragon Quest game. Golem. Yeah, this one's definitely not any of the Dragon Quest games I recognize. So I think I'll switch over to, I think they're called Solo, the Dragon Quest IV hero. Something that I should also mention is that apparently, Square Enix is or at least the owners of the Dragon Quest IP within Square Enix, are very protective of, like, who the hero is allowed to fight in canon. And apparently this is the first time that any of the Dragon Quest heroes have been able to directly fight each other in any spin-off, which is kind of crazy. Whoa, okay then. Hi, big golem. Maybe it's a reference to the gold golems in some Dragon Quest games that I think drop massive amounts of money. Oh, the enemy sleep status. Oh, maybe that's... Oh, I think that's actually a reference to a specific fight in one of the Dragon Quest games. I'm not entirely sure. Either that or it's a reference to the fact that, like, the golem in Dragon Quest 1 that I think you have to beat to get Edric's armor is very susceptible to sleep or something. Like, I forget. I know there's at least one Dragon Quest game that's like that, but... I never played Dragon Quest 1, but I've seen a little bit of it. The main thing I know of Dragon Quest golems is that they were the reason why I was able to recruit Mori in the remake of Dragon Quest 8, because you need to beat the whole monster arena for him, and in my run of the monster arena, I relied on the 3 golem team, where if you have all 3 types of golems on your team, they have a special move where they can fuse into one giant super golem, and that's pretty fun. Yeah, super armor makes sense. Stuff the Franklin badge. Yeah, I'm pretty sure liquid metal slimes are immune to most magic that's not specifically designed to kill metal slimes. Timed, oh great, timed stamina battle, that's not good. I bet the timer is incredibly tiny. Kind of feel like using the Dragon Quest 8 hero for this one, because he does specifically learn some moves that are good against metal slimes. More like they always do, like exactly 2 damage to metal slimes, which I think is pretty impressive. Yeah, I never actually got that particular sword that he's holding in Dragon Quest 8. I do really like Dragon Quest 8, like one thing that it does with its plot. I mean, that's something that I could go into here, being the only Dragon Quest game that I've actually really played, is that there's a lot of people who don't like, yeah, it's a 30-second timer. Of course it is, and he's running really, really fast. Yep, this is a liquid metal slime, alright. Yeah, this is probably the best way to represent a metal slime fight in anything I've seen. This is metal slimes in a nutshell. This is like classic metal slime. Oh, that's not like an up. I thought it was Marth for a second and had like an upward slash. I'm gonna fail, aren't I? I mean, I don't think Metal Killer is gonna help me here. I mean, it might. But yeah, Dragon Quest 8, there's apparently a lot of people who say that Dragon Quest, like, it's weird, like, even a lot of stuff, like, on the hero getting into Smash in, like, on TV tropes, and of course, you have the Franklin badge, so I have to use physicals, on TV tropes, just has this kind of air of just snide contempt that's just, like... like, one thing talked about how the games are, like, considered childish and don't take themselves seriously or something. It really is this cold, just sort of sneering contempt is how I describe the tone of, even, like, a lot of the ways that the hero getting to Smash is described in TV tropes, which is just, like, again, like, do people realize just how big this series in Japan is and just how influential it is to gaming as a whole? Particularly the early ones, like, we would not have modern RPGs as a thing. Like, this is a bit of a tangent, but some people have said that it's kind of fitting that the hero got announced after Joker, because we have a really, really successful modern RPG, and then the classic RPG series that made that all possible. Wow, this is annoying. But again, it's how it should be. Until, you know, somebody inevitably gets a crit. Oh, that has terrible range. Okay, you weren't even moving there. But like, okay, so here's the thing. So, the games might not look serious, but from Dragon Quest 8, that is a really dark game. Like, it's one of those very it's like its art style dissonance, basically. It's a very dark game, despite what it looks like. Like, the main big bad is kind of motivated by committing genocide on the bloodline that sealed him away, all those years ago. And, like, you spend the greater... Oh, I thought you were dead there. That's also basically Metal Slimes in a nutshell, is you basically just keep flailing away until you get a crit. Which tends to instantly kill them. But as I was saying, like, you spend a greater part of that game completely failing at your main quest. Like, you try to protect all these people, and they all just die, and even though they're mostly shown by gory discretion shot, the villain still kills them by impaling them on his staff. Oh, and I knew this would be the theme for this, and I can kind of explain why, because, you know, Dragon Quest 8. So, this music here, going a bit of another tangent, but this music here, I was like, okay, this is the world map theme from Dragon Quest VIII, but I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't quite sound like the one that I'm used to. Like, why is that? And then I realized, oh, of course, because this is the Great Saber Cat version of the world map theme from Dragon Quest VIII. Basically, like, it's kind of like the equivalent of getting your bicycle in Pokemon, although it comes a lot later in the game, I think. You can traverse through the field riding a Great Saber Cat, which is actually pretty awesome. You have to do some kind of, I think it's a mandatory quest, I don't think it's a side quest, but I could be wrong. That is one kind of issue that I had with Dragon Quest VIII, is that, like, there are very few actual definitive side quests in Dragon Quest VIII. It's kind of interesting. You spend a whole lot of that game, like, apart from the photography quests added in the remake, you spend a lot of that game just doing the main story and nothing else, despite the world being pretty huge. Of course, yeah, you'll turn into an actual Great Saber Cat. But yeah, anyway, and there's also some kind of surprising plot twists with Dragon Quest VIII as well. Like, the title Journey of the Cursed King, let's just say that title means more than you think it does. And this is obviously Dragon Quest XI, which I have very little experience with. I've been watching a bit of a Let's Play of that, but, yeah, I haven't really seen a lot of it. I do know that, this is a bit of a spoiler, but it's a stealth sequel to the early Dragon Quest games, specifically 3, which itself is a stealth sequel, no, stealth prequel to Dragon Quest 1, which is also kind of a spoiler, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows that by now. It's weird that a whale's being represented by a crocodile. Oh, look, it's another hero. Yeah, the Dragon Quest hero gets a little bit confusing sometimes because Hatchet Man might be nice. Oh, that guarantees a crit and I just missed with that attack. But yeah, because the different, like, costumes are just straight up different characters, and if there's multiple people using that same character, it can get confusing. Command menu, do your thing. Nope. Bang? I could have gone for thwack, but yeah. Yeah, I do feel like, you know, like, thwack might be an issue for competitive because, yeah, it's definitely possible I lost track of which one it was, and that's not a problem with the multiple heroes using the same thing. Oh, he psyched himself up, that's not good, even though the mechanic doesn't exist in Dragon Quest XI, I'm pretty sure. Is that, what was I saying? It's that, yeah, like, there is always that chance of getting really, really lucky with thwack and getting a KO at, like, 1% damage. But yeah, I'm not sure what will end up happening. I guess we'll just have to see what happens. I keep trying to use the D-pad instinctively in this game because I'm probably. Oh no! No! Well, I wanted to do that on camera at least once. I just realized, like, I was looking through the command menu. I was like, oh, okay, this fell. Wait a minute. I realized a second too late what command I chose, and I was just like, wait a minute, I just pressed kamikaze, didn't I? Boom! It's like the classic, oh wait, that was the self-destruct button! Okay, that was amazing. I'm so glad that I did that. Magic Burst. Oh, okay, that one's also kind of interesting, let's just say. Oh crap, yeah, I'm out of recovery now that my mana's out. Gotta watch out for that. Because, yeah, Magic Burst is very, very powerful, but it consumes all of your remaining MP. And it's stronger the more any MP you have, but you get it back pretty quickly. Oh, great, I'm probably going to die here, aren't I? Stop body slamming me! Yeah, I can't quite make the split-second decisions that you need to, navigate the command menu sometimes, and I keep thinking that I'm Marth and my up B is an attack. Then it technically is, but it's not quite as strong. Oh wow, the other hero is already dead. Okay, yeah, that is sort of an attack. I think it can meteor people too. Okay, with just you, should be a lot easier, provided that I don't do something stupid. I think Accelerate actually debuffs you in some area, like I think it might make you easier to launch. It's kind of a lot like a Monado ability. One thing that I did find kind of annoying about Dragon Quest VIII, and I probably explained that already in my thoughts on games of 2017 video, is that, like, the first half of the game, bosses are, like, have no way to counter tension at all. You just spam tension and you just one-shot them. And then from the second half of the game, all bosses have the ability to use Disruptive Wave of Energy and wipe all of your buffs. And they can kind of do that randomly, and that just makes it kind of the opposite problem, that buffs suddenly become useless, so it's a bit weird. But anyway. Oh boy, this is going to be Phantom Thieves of Hearts 2.0, isn't it? Also, I think one of the companions shown there is a spoiler. I think there's someone who starts as a villain, technically. Let's go back to... I never used the Dragon Quest IV hero that much. Well, it's giving me Metal Killer. Okay, who is... Well, I already... Starting us off, getting hit. That's not good. Oh, but it's like a stamina. Oh boy, a stamina battle this long is going to cause issues. Especially with my limited MP. Oh, one's dead. And that's Veronica and Serena. Hello, Tiny Robin. Maybe I probably should have equipped energy resistance. Oh, I forgot that fully charging that makes it a melee attack rather than a ranged attack, which is a bit of an issue. At least, unlike Robin, my smash attacks are not limited. Oh, nice one. I broke your shield. Please crit. No, that would have been really, really hilarious if that was a crit. Okay, you walk right into that. And Veronica's down. And Serena's down. And now it's, I'm guessing you are the acrobat girl or something? Or you're, oh, I have my final smash. So this is Giga Slash, I believe, and yeah, Giga Slash, I have kind of an embarrassing history with, because I did not raise the hero's sword rank high enough to actually learn that in Dragon Quest VIII, despite that technically being his signature move. So that was kind of dumb. I think I actually trained a lot of characters in, and that's a bit of an issue with Dragon Quest VIII, is a lot of the characters' skill trees just aren't that useful. I mean, I'm pretty sure the only character that I went the quote-unquote correct skill tree with was Jessica, and it's really obvious what you want to do with her, because she's pretty much a pure mage. So, I think she used to have a really good whip skill. Oh, that's the girl. So that other one must have been, Sylvando. I think that's the old man. The Let's Play I'm watching has not played up to the part where you get the old man yet, so don't really know much about him. Don't actually know much about the girl either, because again, that's also the Let's Play hasn't played up to. Although I feel like I'm kind of one of the people who, from what little I've seen of that particular arc of Dragon Quest 11, I kind of wish the Prince was the party member of that arc and not Sylvando. I mean, Sylvando might get better later, but I just feel like the Prince, like, had this nice redemption arc from being a coward to actually being a decent fighter, and I kind of wish he was the party member that you got out of that. And I think a lot of, like, I'm not alone in that. There are quite a few people who wish that. Oh, I'm out of... that's actually kind of cool. The sound that you make when you're out of MP. Okay, this could be bad because I now have Ike to deal with, and I'm guessing you are representing Mr. Spoiler. So yeah, Black Knight Ike, definitely Mr. Spoiler. Oh no, bad. Oh wow, I walked right into that, but at least this fight's not quite as hard as I thought it would be. And it gives me more time to talk about the limited experience that I have with Dragon Quest. So yeah, I leveled up the hero in Dragon Quest VIII, who by the way I named Hiro, H-I-R-O, because why not? That was before the character in this game was just called the hero, so yeah, I wasn't even referencing that. I did that years ago. But anyway, I am really horribly sucking right now. See, I leveled up boomerangs, which is ironic considering what I'm getting destroyed by right now. You know what, honestly, I could have waited for Kamikaze to show up, but that was faster. jump right over that. But yeah, what I was saying is that... How you're open. What I was saying is that I leveled up boomerangs early on because that was really effective against hordes of enemies. But from what I've heard, boomerangs are kind of like a Jagan skill in that game, in that they're, like, not very effective later in the game, but are decent early. So that screwed me over, and then I just didn't really level up his swords, and I've heard that you get Giga Slash. In fact, there's actually, like, 2 Giga Slashes. I think, like, the hero has a Bravery skill tree that gives you more magical abilities and things like that. And you get Giga Slash from both the Bravery tree and the Sword tree, but if you get both versions of Giga Slash, you get an even better... But if you get both Giga Slashes, like, from both trees, you get an even better Giga Slash. So... that would have been interesting. I never got to see that. Apparently, you're supposed to train Angelo in bows. I actually trained him in swords. Oh, that's terrible. I cast Heal More on myself. But I obviously don't have Heal MP More. Or whatever the MP draining spell is in Dragon Quest. I love how you enter just by doing that big drop kick. I don't know if that always happens, but that's kind of cool. And she's already almost down. So anyway, apart from kind of screwing up that in Dragon Quest, what else can I talk about? I can also talk about how I completely destroyed you. There's something else that I wanted to talk about here. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I'm wondering whether Dragon Quest not doing so well outside. Apparently it's popular in Europe, but less so in America. And I wonder if that's because most of the Dragon Quest games that I've, like, the ones that I've played, the localizations are very, very British. And I'm not sure if that's entirely obvious to people who are outside of Europe and Australia. But... like, they are extremely British in terms of both their humor and, like, their terminology, and maybe that's a little bit alienating to Americans. I know that I personally quite enjoy them, but I kind of feel like Australians are more, a little bit more, I don't know, receptive to British humor than Americans are. Because I still find it really bizarre that, that if The Simpsons is any indication, Monty Python is considered nerdy in America, which feels really weird to me. Anyway, this could go either way. I probably should concentrate now. Nope. Well, at least I didn't need it. I ate that counter, though. Nope. Come here, little Lord Ike. Oh, that was close, but nope. The thing that makes that whole British-style writing and British humor argument fall apart, though, is Banjo and Kazooie. The humor in that series is extremely British, and that series is incredibly popular in America. Given how people reacted to Banjo and Kazooie being in Smash, so yeah, maybe there's more to it. Oh no. Oh no, Kamikaze's on there. Oh, bounce, that's great. Yeah, the way that I'm playing, like, recording from this TV, I can't fully see the command menu, so that's actually really, really terrible. Nice combo. Just realized these costumes are actually very fitting for the characters they're representing. But other thing that I guess I could say here is that, I think the voice actor for the Dragon Quest XI hero in Japanese is actually Joshua in Trails in the Sky. Japanese version, obviously. And what's interesting is that the Japanese version of Dragon Quest XI doesn't have voice acting, only the English version. At least not until Definitive Edition, which is really strange. Like, in a series that's way more popular in Japan than the West, it's really bizarre the Japanese version had no voice acting, but the English version, I guess, maybe they were trying to make up for not having, like, oh, gee. I think the residual fire broke you out of, It was like my first crit of this whole thing. The residual fire broke her out of the stun. But yeah, really, really weird that the initial Japanese release doesn't have voice acting. Like, it's so, like, rare to see a game not, like, you know, originally made outside Japan. Like, the game's actually made in Japan, but it got an English dub before a Japanese one. Oh, right, that must be, the focus on the boomerang must be, oh, what's his name, Eric. Yeah, the first party member from that game. I was completely forgetting about him. So I always sort of saw him as more of a thief, but I guess he does get a boomerang line. Like, I still can't believe that, that one of, yeah. Mori, the party member they added in the... Well, I mean, not so much added, he was a character in the original game, he just wasn't a party member. But one of the new party members in the 3DS version of Dragon Quest VIII, one of the abilities on his boomerang tree is actually called Swing Both Ways. Yeah, the Dragon Quest localizations actually really love their thinly veiled dirty jokes like that, because I know there's a generic enemy in Dragon Quest, is it 8, called One Knight, K-N-I-G-H-T, Stand? Okay, so that's interesting. It looks like you keep the charge if you don't have the MP, but you just can't use it until you have enough MP. That's interesting. Oh, I just got my final smash at just the wrong moment. Nice crit there. Not that it's going to matter that much. Wow, all this talk of crits mattering makes sense when fighting a Fire Emblem character, doesn't it? No, counter. Ah. There we go. Team power up, okay. Is that new? I've never seen that ability before. Okay, so while I'm here, I may as well try and enhance those spirits. Oh, I didn't notice the huge pile of gold I got for completing that, but anyway. Okay, so obviously you're going to turn into Great Saber Cat. Yep, thought so. Only 3-star, though. And then we have Slime, who I'm guessing will become King Slime. Oh, wow, you level up quickly. I'm guessing you have very low stats. Yep, King Slime. Or King Metal Slime. Nope, just King Slime. Weight up, up. That kind of makes sense. Okay, so with that, that is the Hero Spirit Board done. So join me next time for Banjo and Kazooie's Spirit Board.